He didn't promise us a smooth flight,
but a
safe landing. So we're gonna have a safe landing this morning. Right. It's gonna be a little roughy now.
A little turbulence.
A little turbulence.
Yeah.
Because things may have shifted. I want to let you know yesterday and the day before, a whole bunch of stuff done shifted.
Done shifted a little bit.
Right? Done shifted.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a safe landing.
Safe landing. Amen.
Okay.
WFLT. And now, good morning, Deacon Dumas. You are live on the air.
Well, good morning, Sister Dolores. How are you this morning?
I am blessed and wonderful. How are you, Deacon Dumas?
Oh, we're just highly favored of God. And thank you to our audience this morning. Good morning. To live on Facebook. Good morning. Before we get started, let us bow our heads in a word of prayer. Our Father and our God, we do thank you for this day that you have made, and you have commanded us to rejoice and be glad in it. So we thank you for the day. We thank you for our listening audience. We thank you for our guests, former Mayor Karen Weaver and community activist Wyntis Hall. We ask you to bless them, bless the radio station, and bless the show. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Well, let me make these announcements and get these announcements not out of the way, but get these announcements in the way. We just want to say that Tuesday, August the 2nd, is Election Day. The polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Absentee voter ballots are available at the Flint City Clerk's office. And if you need an absentee voter ballot, you can call 810-766-7414. 810-766-7414, and ask for an application to be sent to you so you can get your ballot. And if you have your ballots, I'm asking you to please vote and get them in now. Yes. Vote them. Take them down to City Hall and drop. Mayor, you dropped yours off, didn't you?
Yes, in the drop box.
I dropped mine off. They got mine. And
our parents may have mailed theirs off.
All right, so they're in. We got the people are voting. They are voting. And I just want to say this is my recommendation for the city of Flint. First of all, Monica Galloway for State Senate. DeJuan Robinson, remember that name. DeJuan Robinson for the 70th District State Rep. Karen Weaver for mayor of the city of Flint. For Attorney Mary Hood for the Genesee County Circuit Court. And I'm Grand Blank. Wyntis, who are you recommending?
Sherry Hartman for the 68th District.
I support that.
All right.
All right, then. Don't forget Sherry Hartman. And I'm voting NO on proposal. Why, AC? Been taxed enough already.
Amen.
I have been taxed to the guilt. Taxed enough already. That stands for T. Taxed enough already. And you have to remember this, that you must vote a straight party ticket. You cannot split your tickets. So all you splitters and doubters and powders and do-withouters, you cannot split your ticket. You have to vote a straight party ticket. And remember again to vote for Mayor Karen, former mayor, but she doesn't lose her title like Trump, President Trump.
Absolutely.
She doesn't lose that. Karen Weaver for mayor of the city of Flint.
Yes.
A whole bunch of stuff happened this week, Mayor.
Ooh, we've been on fire this week.
They've been on fire, and I got my fire hose. And plenty of water. And on the truth, we're going to put out fires today.
All right.
All you this is the truth. I like
don't call them out.
Well, Jesus called them out. He called them snakes.
Yes, he did.
He said, you vipers. That's what Jesus, so, I'm going to follow Jesus.
Okay.
You got some snakes and vipers out there. And they're doing everything they can to diminish Mayor Karen Weaver. And let me say something. I'm going to say this real quick because I got to talk fast because we got some stuff. Hey, we're gonna be on a whole hour.
Yes.
Follow us on Facebook,
Yes.
810 News Media Group, and also AC Dumas. So follow us on Facebook, and we'll do you some good. Listen to this. Mayor Weaver, you know, she's solid, Wyntis.
Mhm.
Her mother was the first black
Teach.
African American school teacher in the city of Flint.
Yes.
Her father was the first black elected board member of the Flint Board of Education.
Mm.
Her father is a medical doctor, was a
Yes.
medical doctor.
Yes. Yes.
By trade, MD. Y'all know MD, them things we go through all the time.
Right.
Her daddy was one.
Right.
You got your uncles, you got pharmacists, right?
Yes.
Come on, right quick, man. You know your history
What
right quick.
are you talking about the clinic?
I'm talking about everything, your family, right quick. Come on, the clinic on Stewart. Go ahead.
Right, you covered it.
Yeah,
He
the
wanted to
team
provide medical services in our community to take care of home first.
Yeah.
And so that was why he put that office there, and it was black physicians,
Mhm.
dental, the pharmacist who was, yes, my uncle, the lab technician,
Yeah.
everyone in there, and it was one stop for physical health care.
Did he build that building?
Yes.
You know, why she make? Go ahead.
It's still there. You know, I went up there. Doctors still practicing out the building. I think it's an urgent care now. They have their pharmacy still there. It's in the middle of Flint.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the middle of Flint in our urban black community, and I think that was wonderful.
That's just good ground.
Yeah.
The Bible talk about good ground.
Mm-hmm.
She comes from good stock. It's old, so you know your mom and my mom will say, "Yeah, baby, she's from some good stock."
Right.
I can talk about her because I know that history. Now I can't talk about the other folks because I don't know nothing about them. All right, Mayor.
Yes.
Listen, something happened.
Well, which day?
You start what? Let's talk about vibe.
Oh,
Okay.
the commercial shoot.
Right.
Okay.
What would you like to know about vibes?
I'm trying to say what happened. I drove by there and saw the police
Mm-hmm.
and CSI. You know, I be watching them crime stories on TV.
Right.
And I saw CSI up there. And I saw at 11 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Right.
For a little something for the babies. Tell us, Mayor, what happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. You mean why were they there?
Yeah, why were they there?
That's a good. Probably because I was having some.
Yeah.
They said they were coming. That they were sent there to.
Wait. They were sent there.
Yes.
So that somebody sent them.
I heard them when they said.
And it either had to come from the police chief
Right.
and or the mayor.
Mhm.
Correct.
They sent the CSI, criminal investigation, them people
Follow up.
to follow up on something that allegedly or happened over a year ago.
Evidence from
Yeah.
a year ago.
On the day that she was having her commercial shoot. You know, just like they fixed the sidewalk.
Right.
You know, they ain't fixed nobody else's sidewalk.
I think they wanted to scare people. I think they wanted to make them think something happened so we wouldn't have a successful video shoot.
Now, what was the, you would help people with their brand.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a brand, if you
Right.
know, like
It was
Mickey got a
representing
brand, bring your brand up there,
Yeah.
trying to promote Flint and businesses. Then you had some for little bitty kiddies, because I saw them with some hot dogs and some juice. Am I right?
That's right.
Then here
They
come
had
the,
jump ropes and sidewalk chalk.
The kids
It was a
had good
fun
time.
event.
Yes.
and then here come
The
CSI
Right.
up there.
The police.
The police. The Flint City
But we can't
police.
get them for other things.
Wait.
Okay.
We can't get them for nothing, for anybody else, for nothing else.
Call 911.
It's a joke.
In our town.
You said
In our church. All right, then something else happened on last night.
What happened last night?
I heard,
Yeah.
and this was on the news, that a complaint was filed with the Attorney General's office that you had on your signs, you had re-elect on the big signs, Wyntis.
right. I seen them.
And
But
you
I
had heard
see-
that before this, you were informed, and I'm glad you got a nice staff of attorneys and all like that. Karen, you got to take the word re-out and just have elect.
Correct.
And so you immediately, this is before anything.
Last week.
Monday, you had volunteers go out there and take re-off, and now it says elect Karen Weaver.
Correct.
The big signs.
Right.
The ones that's left that they haven't stole.
Right.
They've got a few of them left.
That's true. That's true.
Shame.
And so Mr. Neely wants to report it to the Attorney General's office for investigation. And so now it's rumored, because let me tell you something about Attorney General's office. If something was done illegal, the first thing they would have sent a letter or email to the committee to elect Karen Weaver.
Right.
And then you would have gotten your lawyers and they would have informed them, well, yeah, but that's been taken care of last week before we even came in.
And that's what was reported last week, was already addressed. So why I get a letter from a reporter yesterday if I want to speak to it, there's nothing to speak to. And if that's how they want to use their resources, sending the police for nothing, having the media cover old information, that's a shame.
Right.
Why don't you have the media cover these things that are going on in the city of Flint, the issues that we care about, the things that we're concerned about, the things that are impacting our day-to-day life? Right. I don't think I'm going to start reread on my signs is impacting your life.
Right.
It doesn't change the quality of the water. It doesn't address your pipes not being fixed.
Blight.
It doesn't exactly, how dirty the city is. It doesn't address blight. It doesn't address crime. It doesn't address the settlement. It doesn't address any of those things that impact us every single day. It doesn't address, I'll stop, but I know you're going to go there.
Deacon Dumas, you've been around, you've been in campaigns way longer than I have. Have you ever once remembered the Attorney General just getting in the election about signs?
I've never heard
anything about that.
And I never heard from them.
You never heard?
I've never heard anything like that.
No.
And first of all, it wouldn't have went to the Attorney General. It went to the election division.
Here in the city?
It's the state election division.
Okay.
If there was something wrong with it, they would have sent an email said, you have signs that's been reported that, you need to remove the word "re" off the sign. But you had taken care of that last week.
Right.
But you know what? Isn't it funny? Mr. Neely can call the Attorney General, but you had 2 black babies that died, and I'm bringing it up again, at 637 West Pulaski Street, while 2 white firefighters, veterans, stood by, and those babies died of smoke inhalation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Neal, and wait. It was 2 black firefighters that went in the house and got those 2 black babies. The one firefighter went in and got one, and the second one, and these ain't veterans, went in and got the other ones, and one of the firefighters fainted, so it said that one of the children outside, when he got outside. I'm asking Mr. Neely, why aren't you calling the Attorney General and filing a complaint against those 2 white firefighters that failed their job and their responsibility? Mr. Neely, why haven't you held a press conference with the 2 blacks that rescued those 2 black babies and deem them as heroes? Why not? Go ahead.
He'll probably give him a key.
He ain't gonna give him a key. He wants this right here.
You say a key?
A key. A proclamation.
Listen, he wants this to die out because it's been a complaint filed with the U.S. Department of Justice Civil Rights Division. It's been a complaint filed with the Michigan State Police for investigation because the city, and I heard that the investigation that the city of Flint did is complete.
Oh, really?
Don't nobody know. A little birdie told me that.
Oh, it's complete.
It's complete, but you ain't heard it. This is election year.
That's what I was going to say.
This is election year. And so let me tell you something. You can run. See, you can't run the Department of Civil Rights, U.S. Department of Justice. You ain't gonna run it because they don't care about nobody.
Right.
I was told yesterday, according to source, that a complaint will be filed with the FBI on this coming week. Something is covered up. It's covered up now. You know, he can go report you about a little re on your sign.
Right.
I don't know what he gonna do. And those who around there that's covering up, when the FBI come in, when the U.S. Department of Justice Civil Rights Division come in, I wonder what he's gonna say now. It's terrible.
He gonna say they hear from Mayor Weaver.
Yeah.
That's what he usually does.
Right.
That's what he, you know, it's like somebody throws a dust bomb so you can't see.
Right.
You know, so you get distracted on what's really going on over here.
Right. You notice that a lot?
I noticed that a lot. I mean,
of
you know, like you said,
parties.
between the driveway
At her headquarters, you
at the
talking about.
headquarters.
Yeah.
But nobody else can get rescued.
People don't know. Let me tell you what happened. Mayor Weaver has her headquarters at 310 East Court, and y'all stop by the big Weaver sign. It don't have re on there, it just says elect Mayor Weaver. You know, and the city of Flint decided they wanted to fix the driveway from the curb to
I
the
don't know. I didn't know anything was
the
wrong with the
sidewalk.
driveway.
So she couldn't get up in her headquarters. Who does something like that?
Nothing else. All them bricks.
All of I need my sidewalk fixed.
Right.
You need yours. Everybody need, but he decided he wanted to come to 310 East Court Street
Correct.
and fix the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So he did that. He's been doing a lot of things. But you have done a lot of things. What have you been doing since you haven't been, you left office?
Mm-hmm. What did I do after I got out of
Well,
office?
let me say this.
What?
I thought you was crazy. Talking about you was going to run for mayor again.
It took a long time.
It's a long
I was
time.
doing other things.
2 people didn't want you to run. A.C. Dumas and Wilbur Papagerra.
Really?
Because she had a good job, Wyntis, when you was over the what?
African American Mayors Association.
Making big bucks.
You know what? Because she could go and never look back and still be fine.
I mean,
Right.
no headaches.
Right.
I'm asking her, I said, what's wrong with you? You're a psychologist by trade you got a PhD
Correct.
from Michigan
From
State.
Michigan State.
I said, maybe we need a cot to lay her down on the cot and go ahead.
Speaking of psychologists, that was so funny because that's the latest thing out. She's using psychology on me.
On you?
On my mind, yeah.
Okay.
Transforming me to a Weaver fan.
And meanwhile, at the ranch, I love these ladies. We got a great show, but
I've heard it all.
Hey,
and it doesn't surprise
you
me.
Miss Cleo.
I'm
just asking.
Hey, Wyntis, calling me now.
I'm just saying, why would Mayor Weaver, if she didn't love the residents of the city of Flint? You were born here.
Right.
Your children were born here, raised here, educated here. You still live here in the house that you raised your children in.
Right.
Why would you?
Because I do care.
Mayor
And
Weaver. Mayor Weaver. Let me
Yes.
tell you something. Why would you give up a $300,000 job,
Right.
travel and your family and everything to come and be mayor again for people, 206 people that didn't even vote for you and didn't care nothing about you? Now you can answer that.
Lord. 205 people.
205.
Yeah.
Ain't that
Give me
something?
that extra vote. Yeah.
No, you know what? Because I didn't like the direction the city's going in. That's why. Flint needed a voice. Flint needs a leader. Flint needs somebody that's going to speak up and advocate for the people of this city. That's why. And he wasn't doing it. He wasn't doing it. It wasn't happening. It didn't happen with this settlement. That was what got me back out there as far as Flint when that settlement came through. I knew it wasn't fair. It wasn't just. It didn't represent the value of our lives. It was a problem.
Right.
And so that was when I was speaking out about that because I was working in Washington and I was doing the radio. And I was happy doing that, but that wasn't right. Nobody spoke up about it. I mean, every time you turned around,
Y'all pretty
There
much
was
strength in
something.
the Lord.
Yes.
there was something. I mean, really, there was something going on. crime it just skyrocketed.
Yes.
That made no sense. We had a second public health crisis, hadn't finished changing the pipes. You know, we had already been weakened, our immune systems from the water crisis. Here comes COVID. The public health piece had been dismantled. Had a problem with that. Every time you turn around, like you said, blight. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. And all this money has been sent to this city and hadn't been used to address these. That's criminal. We can talk about other criminal things. You know, nobody was speaking up about what was going on in this criminal case. Nobody's been held accountable for that. And we haven't heard speak up about it.
But they agree on a sign.
Right, you're concerned about
Riri on a sign.
Riri.
On a political sign.
You want to utilize resources for that.
Crime is running down rapidly like water in the street.
Right.
And you talking about agree on a sign.
Well, that primary is getting close, so you got to understand. You got to try to come up with little bitty tactics to kind of like
dust bombs.
throw people. Like they used to say, you call them dust bombs to throw people off.
So you
this
can't
is what
see.
it does.
He
Right.
thinks we're stupid.
Right. But our people are way smarter than that.
Go vote.
They can see past
Right.
this.
You know what, Wyntis? I agree with you. I've always said that the voters are much educated and smarter than what politicians think they are. And these folk are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Right.
And
go ahead,
like
Mayor.
what Pastor Threlkill said earlier, we deserve better.
Right.
We deserve better. It's that simple.
Mayor Weaver, I know this is your show.
No,
but you
go ahead.
be on here helping. What did you think about that $300 water credit? Okay, thank you.
I mean, you know, here we go again. I thought that was a slap in the face. Because here's what happened. I remember when I was out of office.
Right.
And I left a letter because, we had 24 million left.
Right.
And I said,
you had 24 million in the positive left.
In the bank.
And I wanted some of that money to be used for water credits then. Never happened. Wow. But now, 2 weeks before election time.
Here we come.
Right.
And it's amazing to me that he could do this now, this $300 water credit now, right before the primary. But we've had this money since last May. So
Exactly.
you could have did it then.
Right.
You could have did another one at the beginning of the year, and another one now.
Right.
That'll look better towards the people than just saying popping up doing it now. But I think it was another.
Watch. Now that you said it, maybe it will happen.
Oh yeah, well that's true.
Well, look at this. 5 members of the Flint City Council didn't buy it. They said, no, we want to have a committee. We're going to refer back to the committee meeting.
Right.
The finance committee.
Right.
And they said, and go look it up in the paper, in the Flint Journal and all that, they said it was political tainted.
Yes, they did.
It was politics.
They did.
He did it because of politics. I remember somebody was running for mayor back then, and he promised that lawsuit that give every family $1,000. I think it was Scott Kincaid.
Oh.
Y'all remember? Y'all forgot about that? I didn't forget. Hey, y'all got y'all $1,000 yet?
He ain't got his $1,000 yet.
Okay, but we got 9 minutes, 7 minutes. What?
7 minutes on the radio.
I never got a birthday card either. That was a different mayor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you never got a birthday card? Did you get one?
No, I didn't.
Did your mother and father get one?
Yes.
Okay, well, he loves you. But you was part of the team. You were part of the team back then.
Back then.
I ain't never got one because we were never part of the team.
Deacon Dumas is not going to get a
Oh, man, I ain't getting one.
No,
he ain't going to get a birthday card.
Oh, but guess who's going to send me a birthday card? Those for what?
Who?
Grandbabies. If my son don't send me one, that's okay.
Yeah.
But them 4 grandbabies, they gonna call me, they gonna send me some pop. Yeah, I love my. Yeah, y'all love y'all. He should love those grandbabies that live in Flint.
Yes.
He should love them. Not him, his wife, his daughters, those 4 no more. These babies are dying. Well, Mary, about the water crisis, about the little babies. They were poisoned, weren't they?
Yes.
They were poisoned. Adults, Wyntis, were poisoned.
Yes.
And you championed to bring in, declare an emergency when all of the politicians say you can't do that. You can't do that. And that was a promise you made.
Right.
Promises made, promises kept.
Yes.
Nearly promises made, promises not kept.
But not kept.
So you wait. You be the judge. Can we stand another day of what's down there now? Nevertheless, 4, 5, 6 years.
We can't stand another hour.
Or do we need to re-elect Mayor Karen Weaver?
You mean elect?
Yeah, I didn't say
You didn't say
re-elect. Cause I don't want to re-re.
You want to re-read?
We want to re-read.
We want to re-read then. Re-read.
Come back.
Come back, re-read.
Come back, re-read.
Listen, but we want to send some cooperation in the state.
Mm-hmm.
We want Monica Galloway for state senate.
You need cooperation.
We need because you haven't gotten none.
I didn't have it when I was in office.
DeJuan Robinson, 70th District. We want Attorney Mary Hood over in the circuit court. Y'all, we got one black in the circuit court, and she's terminating and she's getting ready to leave. If you all don't elect Mary Hood, we won't have no blacks in the circuit court. Now, I'm just saying that. Sherry Hardman, I think if she out in Grand Blanket, you need a vote. Wyntis, I think you call her, listen, Sherry,
Yes.
Flint needs this.
Yes.
I think she'll vote for us.
Yes.
And don't forget to vote for Mayor Karen Weaver as the mayor of the city of Flint.
You can vote now.
You can vote now. And I'm voting no on those proposals. They say, well, AC, you don't never support. I support worthwhile proposals like for the veterans, the senior citizens. But I'm tired of balancing the budget on our backs.
Raising taxes.
Black folk keep voting this stuff in, and land bank keep taking your houses because you can't pay your taxes. What kind of sense is that?
And the city paying them.
You hear me? Listen, we're gonna be on another half hour on Facebook, on Mickey Jordan, 810 News Media Group. And if you want some good stuff like you hearing now, it made me look good on the camera. It got me looking good. You can email them to 810 News Media Group at gmail.com. Let me say it again, 810 News Media Group at gmail.com. Final words, Mayor.
Oh, you know what? I'm asking for your vote. I am asking for your vote. You know, I said it the other day that I was asking for a second chance to be your mayor. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
And don't let me say what happened over the jail.
Well, we can talk about that.
You were outstanding with the jail residents. I don't call them inmates. I call them the residents.
Oh, we can save that for the second half.
Oh,
Save it for the
okay.
second half.
See,
You know what else?
What I done told y'all about who bosses me.
I know
You
your
know-
program, babies, but we gotta tell
Them
everybody
4 babies.
goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. Y'all say goodbye.
Oh.
Goodbye, everybody. Tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Wyntis Hall's page for the Mount Pisgah Missionary Baptist Church if you're not doing anything. Thank you.
I'm at church. Well, go ahead, Mayor.
I'm saying goodbye. This is just a quick goodbye because we're coming back. We're going to stay on.
Yeah.
This is just, okay. I want to say thank you to the listening audience that tuned in this morning. And I'm humbly asking for your support. Vote August 2nd. You can start voting Monday.
Monday.
You can go back Monday.
From 4 to 9. From 9 to 4. At City Hall.
Okay, at City Hall.
3rd floor.
That's right.
Because nearly shut City Hall down. We used to
We've
be
lost
open
2 hours of
8 to 5.
a day.
Oh, wow.
Now we from 9 to 4.
Okay.
You've lost 10 hours of voting
Well,
time.
you
With no weapon. I'm about to sing now. I'm going to do it.
Don't do it.
It may be fall, but it just ain't going to prosper.
There you go.
Mr. Neely, form your weapons, but they just ain't going to prosper.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to The Truth Shall Make You Free. Stay tuned next week on Flint's premier gospel radio station, WFL Team 1420 at 9:30. It's the hottest show around the country.
Yes, it is.
And I
Compared
to her, it's the second hottest show around the country compared to her. God bless you, and we'll see you next week. It's 9:30, but we're going to keep on keeping on with the broadcast for Facebook.
Yes, Facebook. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, okay. Go ahead, Sister Wyntis. Why don't you start off?
Are we off?
Are we off the air?
Yeah, well, we off now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put the phone up and make sure we got everything.
We wasn't. Let me tell you something. They ain't gonna give me no extra time on there. No, the phones could be live. They gonna cut me off. Sometimes I don't even get my whole half hour. So don't worry about them.
That's why we're here. That's why we're continuing.
That's why we
So
continue.
you know what I want to say?
Say what you
About
want to
this, and I need to say something about 810 News Media because it's important to have a platform where you can get accurate information.
Yes.
Because we see what happened in the mainstream media just this past week.
Right.
You know, the things they want to talk about, it was a week old, it had been taken care of. And actually, it was over a week old.
Right.
And it had been taken care of. And here they come, you know, $1 short and a day later, whatever you call it. And so, I'm thankful to have this kind of platform.
Me too.
And you all doing these things because accurate information is important.
Yeah.
And they try to fool us. They try to lie to us and bamboozle us. And I called them dust bombs earlier because that's what they do to keep us distracted. And they don't want to bring accurate information, slanted news that we get.
They try to give us a lot of feel-good moments and give us a little hope and blind us to keep us distracted from the real issues. You know,
and these are real issues that we're talking about in the city of Flint. These are real issues that we're facing, and they want to talk about some signs. They want to use the police to come to a photo shoot.
Right. And that was
photo
sad.
shoot. And we got all these shootings, these real shootings going on in this community.
Oh, well, you seen where I seen it on Facebook and I shared it. Somebody the police have put in a lawsuit.
Lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yes, the police have put in a lawsuit. No. See, not only didn't they get their money for the opera of the police department, but this is terrible. Y'all listen to this. You have what is known as a provisional sergeant, lieutenant, or whatever.
Right.
And what Neely said, he would not make them sergeants, but kick them back to their old status as just patrol.
He said if you were provisional, it meant you couldn't
pass.
You couldn't pass. Yeah, I'm getting that you ain't smart enough to pass a test. You know how to do the job.
Yeah.
And been doing it for 15 years, but you ain't smart enough to pass the test.
Right.
So he done got the police mad. So, if y'all get a call and the popo don't come, Nearly done pissed the police department off.
Oh, Deacon.
The fire department, they hating each other within their own ranks.
Right.
Because you had two white firefighters. One was the second vice president of the firefighters union. And them babies died. Them two black babies died. Two black firefighters went in and rescued them, but subsequently they died a few days later. So the blacks in the fire department are wondering, well, if we up there in the fire, will they come up there and see about us? They don't. So you got a rift. There's a division in the city of Flint. Mary, when you became mayor, as Reverend Thurlkill said, he's 5'10". But when he went in, 5'7".
He said he's 5'7".
5'7". But when he came in City Hall, when you were there, he felt as though he was 6'10". That's close enough.
Well, he trying.
I'm trying.
We get the point.
They get the point. Just keep on getting up. My mom used to say, boy, just keep on getting up and going to bed. Mama, you forgot that. Boy, just keep on getting up. And you're gonna forget something. Sometimes once and you ain't old as the mayor now, but don't you forget something.
All the time.
Huh?
All the time I forget.
Oh, you want to make me older? Okay. Well, man, I was trying to but you're a singer. Da-da.
She don't have her AARP card yet.
I don't.
You know? All you gotta do is apply for one.
Hey,
They don't have one, Nick. Hey.
No, but they have some good deals.
Nick,
They have
I
some
apply
good
for
deals.
everything. I use my insurance for everything that I'm able to get.
I do too.
Because when they cut it off,
You're gonna be mad.
you ain't gonna have no insurance.
Right. You know what I wanted to ask you? How did you feel? I seen something on Facebook, and I loved your response where they said you was chauffeuring the mayor around, and I didn't even know that you have chauffeured several mayors.
Look, let me tell you, I've been in this stuff, politics, 55 years.
That's longer than I've been living.
I chauffeured the first black elected mayor, James A. Sharp Jr.
Wow. Okay.
I chauffeured the next black elected mayor, Woodrow Stanley.
Okay.
See, let me say this. Back in them days, they had to work. They had jobs, and they didn't have but how many cars? One car.
Right.
And the wives had to use the car to go to work, pick up the babies and that. So when they got elected, I chauffeured them around. See, I don't mind being a servant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the chauffeur, he eats the good steaks.
Mm-hmm.
He gets all the benefits because he's I'm at this table. He's on the bill. He's on my bill, personal bill, not the city bill, the personal bill. Right. So I get to eat me a little something too. And then Mayor Weaver, she didn't have, the city was broke when when you became mayor, you had a financial manager in place.
Correct.
And what was that team that they voted on? You had to go to? RTAB was in place.
Oh yeah, she had to report to some a committee or something.
They had to.
Yeah.
There was so much oversight going on.
Yeah.
Mayor, you didn't have anything in your office, did you?
No.
She literally started from scratch. Mm-hmm. She didn't have wait, let me get this. Y'all listen to this. Did you have a
Gil Kanakis brought me a nice chair to sit in.
You didn't have a chair?
I had a chair like this.
Just a folding chair?
I had just a little chair. Gil Kanakis brought me a nice chair. Lord.
Wait. Did you have a vehicle?
Oh,
when you came from your house to City Hall, was you in a police vehicle or did they give you a vehicle to drive?
No.
Well, she didn't have no vehicle. But Neely got a city vehicle.
He talked about that, about people.
He don't pay gas.
Oh my.
He don't pay insurance. He takes his family in that city vehicle.
Ooh.
He goes up to Lansing and waits twice or three times a week because, his wife, this is the record, she missed close to, 300 votes? 200 some votes. Yeah. That's why I'm supporting Dwan Robinson. So she didn't have that. And when she went out, I would take my vehicle. I said, Mayor, you can, wherever she needed to go. Didn't ask for no money, no gas, no nothing. It was my pleasure to serve. And y'all remember when she went to Philadelphia?
To the DNC?
What's DNC?
Democratic National Convention.
Where she gave that wonderful speech.
And guess who? And you flew, right?
Yes.
And guess who drove?
You did.
I drove from Flint, and my mom said, "You go see about that baby. You go see about You go see about that baby." I drove that beautiful black Suburban. I got another one now, so y'all don't get. See, God is good to me. That's why I don't have to, whatever. God is good to me, and He's been good all of my life to me. Even when I was bad, He was good.
Right.
Like you. Right. Like us when He was bad.
Like me.
But you know what? But that's what I told people. Yeah, that was how things happened. Everything I was able to accomplish, I knew God had my back. And that's what it was. People said, how did you do that? Because, the RTAB, all of them were in place. But God was working it out. He was handling it. And that's what I just need to give Him that praise, because that was how it happened.
And hasn't a black contractor has not seen the inside of City Hall. Well, they probably came to bid. But they
And
have
that was
not,
it.
and that's it. But
That
they
was
have
it.
not. I haven't seen a black contractor out working.
Speak about that,
That's
Mayor.
awful.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Speak about that,
W.T.
Mayor.
Stevens.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the first time we'd ever had a black contractor.
Wait.
From the city of Flint.
Is she male or female?
The president.
Yeah, the owner.
The CEO of W.T. Stevens. Her name is Rhonda Gray.
Rhonda Greer.
You hear that?
Black queen.
A black queen.
Yes.
Right. We grew up on the same street. East Ruth Street.
Still haven't been paid. Yet,
Still haven't been paid. Second generation. They hired 43 people that were given second chances. 43 of their employees have been given a second chance.
Does it live in Flint?
Yes. Lived in Flint. And now they don't have jobs.
No.
And they don't have
hasn't been paid.
But all the other
$1 million
subcontractors and contractors,
have been
the other ones have been paid
And
Correct.
had additional
and
funds.
got additional jobs to
Yes.
bid on jobs.
Yes.
And they're blackballed.
Mhm.
They can't even bid on
Well,
the
the
job.
truth hasn't been told about them. They've been lied on. They've been lied
Right.
on. It's that simple. And I know when you've been lied on, because when people said, what are you going to do differently? That's one thing I said I was going to do differently, was address lies.
Right.
Because
you were quiet during your administration, and we've talked about that. Like people don't know all the fighting and the stuff
Right.
that went on behind
that went
the
on
scenes.
behind the scenes.
Yes.
Right. And it was a lot. It was a
Yes.
lot of behind the scenes stuff. But I'm not going to let that happen.
Right.
And that's why I'm talking about these things now, these distractions that they keep putting in front of us. But they lied.
Mhm.
And they lied on W.T. Stevens and said how, they were, doing all of these environmental things that were against the law and just, messing up. And it wasn't true. It wasn't true. In fact, I remember General McDaniel saying what an excellent job they were doing. And he was the project manager.
Well, they were saying it was the dirt was too high in the lot.
They
But
said
I got
all
to
kind
think
of
it to
stuff.
myself.
And
Where did the other people dump at?
right.
Over
The only
there.
people that got right.
They did.
That's what I'm
The city
saying. The
had
only people that they talked about was W.T. Stevens.
That's a shame. But if you sit down and you listen to them,
And it was addressed. Just like the was addressed.
re.
All right.
Now, we ain't talking about none of y'all Riri's, because I know y'all got some babies named Riri. But you know what, Mayor Weaver, and what's this and this? Can you imagine what her and her family went through when they said she pocketed millions and millions of dollars, put it in her bank account? She was dragged down to the federal court in Detroit. A jury
That was the fourth time. That's when I went to trial.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you're right.
I'm just telling you.
Did she
The fourth trial.
That was the fourth.
She told me she was investigated 5 times.
Four. The
4
FBI, an independent investigator.
There goes which call down there, CSI. That's CSI right now. And looking in here at the headquarters, I'm gonna wave at them. How y'all doing?
Maybe they came to check my read.
I don't know. Your read ain't on there. But seriously, that's the fourth time.
Right.
And the jury came back unanimous
Correct.
that you were innocent and not guilty of those distractions.
But here's the thing, you're in Lansing. If you're the state rep, you're in Lansing. You knew where the money was going, and
Right.
if it wasn't going, why wouldn't you say
You
something?
should have spoke up.
And any
said
money
something.
comes before the council.
Mm-hmm.
So why didn't you say something? It's going to be indictments coming. Yeah, well, I haven't been in hiding.
Yes.
Karen's easy to find.
We've heard that for
I'm on
2,
Facebook
3
Live
years.
right now.
Right.
You see me all over.
Right.
You see me all over. So I'm not hard to find.
And you get when we out in the community, people just love Dr. Weaver. When I'm walking around, I wear my Weaver shirt proud.
I know you.
I had
do.
to come get another one because I don't want
She said
people
I can't just keep
Look,
washing. Look, while I was washing it.
I know, but you know what? Some people think she wearing the same.
But people like, oh, we vote for Dr. Weaver. We love Dr. Weaver. And when you sit back and you look at how things were, and see, I miss that because I don't think I was out as much as I am now, but I noticed the difference in the feeling and the morale on the north side. Pastor Hill gave that analogy the other night.
Yes, he did.
About downtown being the heart, and he used the body as an example. He said downtown is the heart, but you have other organs. Okay, and those organs, we're gonna compare them to the kidneys to the first ward and the liver to the second ward. You see what I'm saying? And if the heart, which is downtown, doesn't pump out blood to the other organs, you're gonna die.
Right.
And that's
right.
what's happening.
Because when he said that, I said, well, and then the only thing the heart is good for is a transplant.
That's it. To take
it's good for a transplant, but it can't help the body.
It can't help
that it's
anything
in.
else. Right.
And you're right. You're absolutely right. And, you know, I was just thinking again about what happened down in Detroit. The judge, I'll never forget this. And you were going down there. I felt sorry. I would call her in the morning. We would pray.
We had to be there by 8.
You know, and
So
it was, and you could see the drain on her and her family. And just, you know, you can just see it. And I would, before she leave, I would pray. And not only me, but a lot of people were praying for her. And after the jury came back with their decision, the federal judge said, this wasn't nothing but a waste of taxpayers' dollars.
Wow.
He couldn't say nothing because until it was adjudicated. He said this was a waste. He rebuked them. All them people that wanted to see her in the penitentiary. Y'all know Kwame Kilpatrick took a few pennies.
Yes.
They gave him 38 years, 40 years, want to give him 50 years. The mother folk been taking millions for years. They didn't get nothing. Right. And they were trying, you know, if she had took one red dime.
That's what my daddy said, Deacon Dumas. He's 83. He said, I want you to know something, gal. He said, she's a black woman. If she would have took 5 cents, they would have put her under the jail and threw away the key. He said, you got to stop believing everything that you hear. That boy is telling you downtown. And that's when at that point, I had to start thinking like, well, these indictments ain't showed up. She not in jail. But that's the only thing that people like y'all say.
I was gonna say
that lie sound a whole lot better.
It's juicy.
Yeah, she stole money. She ain't stole nothing. The pastors haven't stole nothing.
No.
And it's just stop the lying and just win on what you have done.
Run on your own record.
Run on your own record. I ain't even gonna say win because we're not even.
No, we don't speak that into existence.
No. You're gonna lose on what you haven't done.
Well, you know, let me tell you about a lie. A lie has wings.
Yeah.
It gets there real quick.
Quick, fast. Yeah.
The truth have feet.
Yeah.
Old club feet.
Move a little slow.
They got to walk. But the difference between a lie and the truth, when a lie gets there, you always got to prop it up.
Right.
The truth can stand on its own 2 club feet.
That's true.
See, the truth can stand.
Right.
That's why Jesus said, ye shall know the truth.
Yeah.
Because it'll stand.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll make you free. A lie will never make you free.
So won't.
You tell one lie,
you got to
tell another lie to cover that one up.
Right.
And the Bible says, this is a teachable moment now,
it's teachable.
that a lie will not tarry. This is what God said in his sight. Y'all keep on lying on folk. Then when somebody lie on you, you're going to get over it. They lied on me.
Lied, right.
Well, you done lied on a whole bunch of folk.
Yeah.
Well,
and utilize some resources in a bad way.
Yeah.
We got all this money.
When the police show, I'm still stuck on that.
On the police from the commercial.
And
I'm stuck on that. You know what else bothered me? That $300 water credit that he was banking on. And the council people, I'm so glad those 5 they didn't fall for it because, and a couple of them said, you know, this is real close to the election. This looks a little political. Political. Little, that's my new word for today. But
we got to get credit to who said it.
Who said it?
Councilwoman in the 5th Ward, Jerry Ricardo.
Jerry
all them out.
Jerry Winfrey Carter, Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter, I'm gonna give you your flowers, okay? So yes, you did call it out and said, you know what? It just seems a little suspicious. And it was because he sent out a letter to the pastors.
Well, I ain't a pastor.
You're not a pastor.
He sent a letter out.
He sent He sent a letter out to the pastors, like the $300 was already signed, sealed, and delivered, asking them to tell your
what pastors did he send it to? I'm gonna call mine and see if he got one.
Well, I don't know who all the pastors that he sent it to, but a couple of my pastor friends have sent me the letter. I'll give you a copy of the letter.
See if mine got
one. He sent the letter out and said, make sure that you tell
your parishioners,
what your parishioners and your personal and public people about it. He didn't quite say tell your congregation, but that's what he was alluding to. Yeah, make sure that you mention it. But I guess they can mention that they didn't get the $300.
Kevin Thompson in the chat said he received one.
Okay, Pastor Thompson, he said he received one. Yeah, Pastor Thompson, that's from St. Mark.
That's right.
Ain't you glad they didn't spread that lie? Got that letter and made the big announcement.
Yeah.
And
he was looking for that vote to go through Wednesday.
Listen, God works in mysterious ways.
You better tell it.
And he rules both heaven and earth in the affairs of men.
Yes.
And your arms are too short to box with God.
You better tell it.
Listen, when we, Brother George, we say, I give, when you little boy and they be having, I give. When you dealing with God, just throw up your hands and say, God, I give.
Yeah.
And he's going to cover Mayor Weaver.
Yes.
Because no weapon formed against us or her shall prosper. Didn't say it wasn't going to be formed. It's just not going to prosper.
And she's so focused on her race, on her winning, on telling people what you have done. I haven't heard her say one thing negative about anything. She is concentrating on.
You know what? And I'm gonna say, even when I was in office, I didn't talk about Dane Wall. I didn't have time. Dane Wall.
Oh,
the previous administration.
Oh,
I didn't talk about them.
Flip switcher.
Right. I didn't talk about them. I didn't have time.
Right.
I was too busy focused on what do I need to do.
Absolutely.
For Flint.
Absolutely.
But all I've heard is about my administration. Why don't you focus on what you need to do for the people of the city of Flint?
That's right. That's right, Dr. Weaver.
Hey, wait, hold on. What? Hey, Tasha Roper, that's my daughter. Hey, Tasha, I see you. Y'all don't say nothing to me. Let them tell my baby's eyes. Okay, now y'all go ahead.
Now see, now you happy you back on Facebook.
Yeah, my baby. They looking, they waving and watching. Go ahead. Pop on there. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that wasn't what my focus was. My focus was the people. We already knew. I didn't talk about Dane Wall. What was I going to do that for? I ran against him, but I didn't talk about him when I got there. I needed to do what we needed to have done, and all I hear about is me. I said, he must love my name.
I think so. Say my name. We'll keep saying it. Put Weaver in everybody's mouth so they remember when they go to the polls.
And that's what we want people to do. One of the things I said was, Weaver starts with we.
Right.
And
we
you like we need to go to the polls.
We need to. But we go to the polls.
We need to go to the polls.
Well, you get it together. You fix it for us.
We need to go to the polls and vote. They think we're not going to vote. That's why I've heard people say, "Oh, we don't need the black vote."
Yeah.
Somebody has said that.
Somebody said
because
that.
They have counted us out.
Yeah.
They think we're not going to go to the polls. And we need to go to the polls and vote.
It's enough African Americans in this city that we can just carry this vote over the top for Mayor Weaver. I'm talking about not even close to anything, no doubt, no recall. no recount of nothing. It's enough of us, and we just got to get out there and vote.
Right, and if people need rides, they can call.
If people need rides,
let me give you this
give the
office number. 810 820 7067.
7067.
810 820 7067.
And you can start voting. Go back Monday and start going. Go to the polls.
Take your soul to the polls.
I already voted. See, my heart was fixed and my mind was made up.
All right.
I already voted.
Fixed. My mind's made up.
And let me tell you how I voted.
Let
me tell you how I voted. I voted for Monica Galloway for state rep, City of Flint. Y'all listen. Well, I don't like Monica. Well, listen. Let me tell y'all something. They do all kind of stuff to other people, and y'all just love them.
Right.
Black folk make one mistake. You call the CSI, the FBI, the ABCD, and all of them on them.
Even with Pretty God.
Right.
Absolutely. So I voted for Monica Galloway, state senate. DeWine Robinson, y'all remember Black Lives Matter? He's over there.
Right.
So I know he know Black Lives Matter.
Right.
And he gonna take care and make sure Black Lives Matter.
He better.
For the 70th District State Rep, vote for Attorney Mary Hood for the Genesee County 7th Circuit Court. Mary Hood, she black. And the people all out in Grand Blanc say, "Oh, I voted for her."
That's what they said.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, people in my church said I voted for her.
Okay.
And the 68th District.
Sherry Hartman, 68th District, Grand Blanc. Remember that.
Y'all know who Sherry Hartman was. She was on
Channel
12. And she was kind to me, even when I went to, they was punching at me, and her interview was kind.
Right.
She always was. She was
always
fair.
And I appreciated that.
And so
don't get that much.
Vote no on the proposals.
Yeah, they want you to raise the state
income
tax.
Listen,
so you can pay for your own water
Listen, I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. And the most, go to the mayor's race first, residents of the city of Flint, and vote for Weaver. Karen Weaver. It ain't the only thing it says Karen Weaver. And you can't check it. You can't put an X in it. You have to color your box in. And if you did, call Inez Brown at 810-766-7414 and ask for a new ballot because you checked or made a X and didn't color it in. And they have to send you another ballot. Don't let them fool you.
Right.
And if they fool you, say that, you call the NAACP, go call AC Dumas at 810-27, what's my number? 810-275-5339. And I'm going to go down there. Because I'm going to tell them, don't y'all stop trying to block these black folk from voting.
That's right.
All right. We got 2 minutes, and Mayor, you and Wyntis want to say what y'all going to say?
Well, let me go before the mayor, the honorable mayor.
Do we have any yard signs?
Oh, yes.
310 East Court Street.
310 East Court Street.
We got yard signs.
Yes.
And if you want some of this beautiful buttons, we got beautiful buttons. Go ahead, Wyntis.
So I just want to thank you to A10 News Media Group for, always being here for us. Thank you to Deacon Dumas for allowing me to co-host with him. We're gonna carry this to the primary, Deacon Dumas?
We're going to carry it to the primary.
Okay, so I'll be on here with Deacon Dumas. We're going to carry it right on to the primary. Also, I want to remind everybody, please vote for Mayor, for Dr. Karen Weaver, 68th District out there at Grand Blanc. Please vote for Sherry Hartman. Always, if you're looking for a place to fellowship and love God, Reverend Wallace Hill III at the Mount Pisgah Baptist Church, G6415 Cloud Road. Join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. in person or Facebook Live.
Mayor, it's on you.
Thank you for having me on here today. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
this
And
is-
I'm
this is
asking for your
18.
support.
Yeah.
I'm asking for your vote. And please, what do you say? Take our souls to the polls.
Take your
and
souls
let
and
your voice
others
be
to the
heard.
polls and vote.
And I'm located at 310 East Court Street.
And they know where to find you. You ain't been hiding under like a weasel under a desk or something. She out in the
She
public.
out every day.
She like Diesel. She everywhere.
Everywhere. You
Yeah,
can't
man, I'm
out
out to find.
her.
All right. How do we say? We say bye bye.
We say bye bye. Thank you.